Innovative.
Innovative comedy. Better nigga, you just look like you cold.
That shit was on Now That's What I Call Music, number 3.
Now that's music. Now they made it up to like 120 years
Now
old.
That's What I Call.
Because I can remember when those commercials were new, and I used to be like, "Damn, that's a dope CD."
Right,
Like
because
before
that was at the
streaming
same,
services.
but that's
and
when
shit.
the Body and Soul collection and shit like that was out. You
Sorry,
had to
my
fucking-
brother, you got to get your own.
Body and Soul.
He like, can I borrow this?
Time Life.
Man,
Time Life
One
collection.
of the songs that was on that.
I miss old commercials. That just made me think of every old Dianetics. Like, that's the old commercials you would see. Jack Steffen.
That one normally came on during the day.
AD do.
Yeah, when you had the talk shows and shit.
They were ads because that's like people that's sitting at home not doing shit. And you something might be broke or hey, you need to go to school. You need to get that fixed. Oh, you at home for an injury. Sue them motherfuckers. I'll be your lawyer.
Because Life Alert has had commercials since the beginning of our existence.
Yeah.
They haven't evolved at all. It's still the same.
I'm
Old
falling
ladies.
and I can't get up.
Hell, but falling like at the bottom of the stairs, clutching the wall. They be at the bottom of the stairs, like you tripping, lady.
The same lady.
Like the lady from Gremlins that got shot up out a wheelchair.
That was her?
No. She always reminded me of her because she was that old lady always just reminded me of those ladies from the commercials because she was just old and helpless and it was like in a chair just shot up the stairs and blew her out the window. That shit will never not be funny. It was like watching old elderly abuse in the 80s. The shit we could laugh at used to be hilarious.
No, for real, it did.
Oh, should I take both of these?
But the shit
I think
they
people
used to
still laugh on the inside.
do- Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They're like, that's why when there's people like Trump or people that you're not supposed to say that or laugh at that, it becomes funny. And there's a crowd for it because people are like, that shit is funny.
Right.
They're like, that shit's fucking
Even though
hilarious.
I tend not to get too political in my comedy at all.
Yeah.
I know niggas be laughing on the inside, and I know how far I can go. It's like you don't be wanting to be deep on purpose. Like
That's what she said.
You
don't be wanting to go deep on purpose. I know. You just do. Like, yeah, I know, girl. I know, girl. Girl. With that girl. You know where I got that from? Tripping. You ever tripping?
Yeah,
Where the nigga walking on Countess Vaughn?
We about to start.
I swear, Master P, my cousin, girl. And she's like, Tyree, your nasty daddy over here trying to flirt with everybody. That nigga
She was always so hood.
yeah, I was just cool. I was in 11th grade. We went to the same independent study, and it was her. She was in the next class. Her and those fat M&M twin niggas, and then
Wait, you said the fat Eminem twin nigga?
yeah, we all went to school together. Me, them two, Countess Vaughn, and it was
Wait, what school y'all went to?
it was the independent study, City Angels, on Gramercy and Hollywood, pretty much in Little Armenia on Hollywood Boulevard and. Like low key, right where you get off the freeway to go to the fucking Sunset Rooftop. Yeah. When you get off that freeway, if you just make a left, that next light was my school. Yeah. So it's like I went there like 11th and 12th grade, but she was already like going there. I guess and then the little white boy from the Hughleys, that was the son's best friend. You remember the big white boy that was the D.L. Hughley's son's best friend on the Hughleys? Mm-hmm. He went there. He was funny as fuck, but he was on the show. He was cool too. He wasn't. Like, a lot of people didn't act like Hollywood. That's the weird shit. Like,
Look, I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet, and today I'm here with the homies, and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Yeah. Instead of A is
First
yeah.
of all, the intro.
Let's get to it.
That being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy, and subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/Innovative Culture. Who I got to build with me today?
What's good? It's your man Tony Grams chilling here. This is a Wednesday. We back. Innovative comedy, innovative culture. Catch me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS, and we chilling. Got some features. And the homegirl here introduced herself.
Yes, Clarissa, I'm back. Was this my second or third time?
It's like your 8th time.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can find
Get the
me at
microphone.
Tall. Oh shit.
Bring it to
Tall black girl, tall BLK girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know where to find me. Don't try and find me on
Them shrooms
Snapchat.
is nasty.
You gotta grind them up and put them.
I just chew. Go ham. You see what happens.
That's brave. That's
Always do. I got one more. I usually put them in something and eat it.
Like, you gonna get us banned off of YouTube, bro.
Oh,
Eating shrooms.
And they're just discussing it and talking about
I usually tie my arm off and then I burn the spoon.
The process.
I burn the spoon, then I drain it with a cotton ball. Like, what the fuck? This shit got crazy. It got dark. It gets dark around here. Like,
I wish Black Mirror would get back to what it used to be.
I only watched the first 3 episodes of the first season. And I always heard about it, and then everybody was like, I was like, damn, that's that show I used to watch.
First season goes hard, but the second one is like they gave up.
Oh, shit. See, I watched the first maybe 3 to 4 episodes of the first season and just never It wasn't that it was bad. I just, working, comedy, being outside, just sometimes that's what happened with wrestling. I was a huge wrestling fan, but at night, I'm at comedy clubs, open mics. Yeah. So it was just I kind of fell off for a few years of catching up with shit.
I did that with Breaking Bad. I don't like to do things
because
when they trending.
And that's same. And
so I'll wait. And
exactly.
I feel like I missed out on Breaking Bad.
I feel like because I still enjoyed it when I finally watched it. So I didn't really. But what you just said is the main reason why. The main reason is why I didn't watch Breaking Bad is because I didn't like the fact that. Anytime we as people, black people do say a biopics or real stories or a truth of what happened to us, it's why are they glamorizing this? Why are they glamorizing The Wire? Yeah. The Wire was cool, and then once it focused more on Baltimore and what really happened, why are they glamorizing violence and guns and drug use? But it was like The Sopranos was on at the same time, and that wasn't glamorizing shit. And these niggas invented the drive-by. Literally. Nigga, so I'm so it always bothered me when Breaking Bad came out and it was as critically acclaimed, all these people are in love with it. Yeah. And what bothered me was it's a white man selling drugs and it's the best show on TV. That's just how I summed it up. Yeah. It's a white man selling drugs and that's the best show on TV. But if you go to our truthful stories, BMF, to where the acting is good, the storyline is good, costumes, y'all are perpetuating a stereotype. Y'all are doing this. Nigga, this was real life. So that's why I kind of steered away and I was like, fuck Breaking Bad for a good 5 years. Yeah. And then I watched it one day and I was like, this shit is dope. And I watched that and Sons of Anarchy at the same time.
I could.
Because I was like, both shows were just talked about like they were fucking heaven. And I just stayed, and then I literally would watch 3 episodes of Breaking Bad and 4 episodes of Sons of Anarchy every day. I was like, this shit is crazy. And Weeds. That's how I watch Weeds.
I never really got into
Weeds. Is dope. Weeds is dope. And it got a lot of black comedian people.
That shows you got a lot of time to watch TV.
I mean, well, I was working at LAX, and at that time I was working at LAX doing 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
You didn't go outside?
I mean, I would literally, when you work at the LAX, don't give a fuck about you as a person. So you just literally, it's just rest while you can, because we gonna call you back in probably 3 hours to come back to work. Nigga, I just got off the blue line. Nigga, it took me an hour. I left at 6 this morning and I'm walking in the house at 8:10. And y'all calling me at fucking 10 a.m. to come back at 11 or 12. They don't, so my days would be spent.
So how would you make it back in time?
I wouldn't.
I just turn around and go right back?
No, I tell them niggas, I would compromise as hey bro, I'll be back at 4. No, you need me there at 1 or 2, I can come at 4, bro. I literally just walked in. I ain't even ate. I ain't even I'm rolling a blunt. I still got on my uniform, nigga.
You tell them that though?
Yeah. Because I knew actually the supervisor, and then I was cool with the manager because I was doing all the work and everybody else would call off. So I pretty much made it to damn near supervisor for my shift for third shift in a month and a half. I got my own walkie-talkie and keys to the break room. I'm like, damn, because everybody else calling off. So, but that's what I meant. I'm just saying that to say I would literally spend my days just resting, smoking blunt. I'm just on the couch. So I'm like, let me watch something. So I put on, if I go to sleep by say I get home early, if I drove that day and I get home at 7, and I'd probably go to sleep by 8 and then wake up and watch some shit by 12. And then watch 2 episodes, maybe nod back off, wake up, watch 2 episodes of Sons of Anarchy. And then smoke, nod back off, and then by 6, start getting, just getting up, and then start maybe watch one more episode. Now I gotta leave by 8. So it was kind of like that for and then the show was interesting, so I'm like, nigga, this is my day. Like, I'm making money at night, but all I can spend this shit on is fucking food and weed and bills because I'm too tired to do shit. Yeah. Like, it was way before I did comedy, so it was just like, nigga, I'm just like a robot for LAX. But enjoying those shows is what helped me actually pass the time, though, like a motherfucker.
I was saying, I think I watched Bridesmaids at least.
The one with what's her name? Minnie Rippleton's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Well, I can't remember her name.
I know it. I know it. It's
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph. Fucking. And I always post her because I like just the pictures when they show like pictures of her and her mom back in the 70s. And I always just like post her. And she's funny as fuck. Yeah, I've always thought she was funny before I even knew that was her mom. Yeah. So. Like when I found
that
movie
was
funny.
Oh, okay. It just makes sense.
Because a lot of people look at her and was like, she's black. Like, yeah, we know. Like, we always know our own.
To Quincy Jones' daughter.
Oh, Kidada?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Kidada. That sounds like some bootleg Dada jeans. Like, you went to the alley and got these. Like, nigga, I got some new Kidadas. I got a Carl Kanai shirt and some cross-color shoes. Nigga, cross-colored shoes was never in.
They was the Dada Supremes. I remember that.
I had some Dada Supremes. I ain't even gonna lie. I had a pair I bought from Foot Locker and thought they was dope. That motherfuckers was like silver and white.
They had that crown on them.
Yeah, they had like, in the front was almost like, it was like white. They were built almost like a fresher Air Max or Cortez. Yeah. And then they had like, I was like, I wore them motherfuckers for like a week and then they just looked like weird as fuck. Like, that's the shit from the early 2000s. Like, these supposed to go with a FUBU jersey or some NBA patch pants. You see a nigga with the NBA patch.
I actually had one pair of Cortez. I think you had.
I used to love Cortezes.
I had one pair.
My mom wouldn't let me wear them though because they lean. She was like, they lean because she was like, and I was as a teenager, I was like big. She was like, you too big, and I have to buy you a new pair of shoes in like 3 weeks. And they do lean. No, they know I wouldn't wear them but they start to lean. Yeah. And if you are a fat dude wearing Cortezes or a tall big nigga, then within 2 weeks, if you wearing them daily, so they gonna be like, I had homies, they shits would be like, my shit never got that bad. But she was just like, I don't want them to get, so I'm not getting you that because I'm not gonna be buying you a pair of shoes damn near every 3 weeks because he's gonna be looking crazy. And I know how to take care of them, but you can't control your weight on soles and shit. Like,
yeah, I remember like fifth
walking
grade,
like pillows and shit.
Like 5th grade, I fought this girl because I said her shoes was leaning. But she had said something about me first, and then I was like, well, bitch, your fucking shit.
Yeah, you always got, it was either this way or that way. It was one or the other. Because it's weird, like, you got to be bow-legged.
I could see some cold-ass moments they replaying in my head.
She wanted to fight me after that, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was like, I thought we was both joking. Now you want to fight.
Well, it was a sin when we grew up if your shoes is talking or leaning. Niggas would be like, nigga, his shit babbling. I remember niggas said that, and niggas was like in class, because no one had ever said babbling. And the nigga's shoes, they were like, one of them, that motherfucker was doing this, like the front, like it was just flopping. And I was like, man,
every step,
like it was bad. And the homie was like, man, that nigga shit babbling.
It be like, every step you take, every breath you
get the little fingers and shit. He's like, nigga, that nigga shit babbling, nigga. I remember I was crying, like, I ain't never heard nobody say babbling about a nigga's shoes.
Dang. I don't remember that fight for life. My mama had to come into the school and everything.
Damn.
It's very embarrassing.
Go ham? She had to go ham?
No, because I already did.
Oh.
It was over. It'd be the quiet ones. You ever heard that?
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
Until you get picked on.
Yeah,
once you get picked on, and it's like, yeah, you kind of push you to my limit now.
Like, bitch, your shoes, and then it was over. Then I had to.
I normally like black people, but now it's time to attack black.
Fight
you. You niggas have called down the thunder. That's funny as fuck. Like, you niggas and called the thunder in, nigga.
Yeah, I feel like that rallies didn't even happen. Like, I need to run it back.
Like, you just inhaled it?
Yeah, it didn't.
It did look light, though. You didn't get like, it didn't look hearty.
Not at all.
It wasn't a hearty boy.
Not at all.
It was like,
that was an appetizer.
Yeah, I'd say that was like a hors d'oeuvre. Horse diver. That was a horse diver. That was
definitely a horse diver.
Man, that's one of, speaking of Martin, we were talking about Martin, that's probably one of the funniest Martin
Horse
clips.
duvers.
Horse divorce. I swear to God, when I was a kid and I first saw that episode, I think that was probably one of the hardest laughs I first had. I can remember all my first hard laughs. Like that, fucking Smokey running down the street. No, not running down when Smokey's car wouldn't stop. And his foot and his chuck was like dragging. That shit, I don't know why, when I was like 14 and I saw, that shit had me in tears for like a good 10 minutes. Like real shit, just him. Goddamn! In the car, the shit started back up. It started up and drove off. And he cut it off. That shit started back up and went dry. Like you got car problems, nigga. If your shit trying to leave without you, like I've never seen that. Your shit started up.
That's a real problem.
That
your
shit
car
started
get
up.
Away from you.
That shit. He was getting out. His feet like hit the ground, and the car started up and drove forward. He said, "God damn, stop, shit." Yeah, but. Yeah, horse diverse. That nigga was like, bro, this nigga cold as a fool. But yeah, well, I've been watching that shit. I'm just watching a lot of different shit. We was talking about the manosphere shit. And for people that don't know, the manosphere was like all these podcasts that had like Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit and Abba and Preach and just a bunch of different like usually black men that were telling men how to be men or whatever, just giving them, advice or just life advice. And this was like, I don't know, a lot of those dudes aren't legitimate to me. That's just my opinion. Like,
what do you think makes them legitimate?
Just good advice and not just sounding like a psycho and sound like you hate everybody.
But what if what they're saying, or like what if what they're not saying is like not like what you need to hear, you know, like you get what I'm saying, like
that's not your message for the day.
And I can understand that, but it's like, okay, like look at Kevin Samuels. Certain people hated Kevin Samuels because how he talked about women or to women, but it was that he was telling them the truth. And
but why do you feel like it's the truth?
But I mean, what he was, but this is the thing. He was saying the same thing to men for at least 10 years and nobody noticed.
But that's right?
Before he was giving advice to women, Kevin Samuels was on YouTube for a decade.
Okay.
And nobody knew him, and he was talking shit to men about being real men, standing up, dressing nice, smelling good.
So once he started talking about women,
as soon as he shifted to women's behavior, he was like, and he was the most hated man. But it was like this nigga, and he still was talking about men. And if you watch those clips, he'd be like, "Well, you don't deserve this, and he doesn't deserve that. Y'all both should meet somewhere in the middle." It was just, but people just because he was speaking about being accountable, it was like he's horseshit. But to me, he was the most legitimate person in that manosphere. Like he didn't seem like he hated just women because he couldn't get a woman. The nigga died with a woman, like in a room, pretty much supposedly because he was.
It seemed like anybody he was on with, like he was just gonna tell them what it was, whether it was a woman or a man or a woman. But he talked that shit about niggas for over 10 years, and it got him. I don't want to say it got him nowhere, but no one took notice till he told a woman to be accountable, and then it was like, this dude's a chauvinist. He's an asshole, he's gay, they just literally hit him with everything. So he created that he didn't create it and call it the manosphere, but he was just kind of the most recognized person from it, legit. Yeah. And then you got dudes like Fresh and Fit, those two creepy goofballs that like are fucking, these are my opinions, but those two dudes are fucking weirdos. They've been weirdos. Those are clearly two men that one don't even know how to talk to women, let alone never got women or the women they wanted. And now that they have money and YouTube bread and they can rent press kits or rent Ferraris and jets to take pictures, it's, these hoes ain't shit. And these hoes, like, bro, like, my nigga, like, you look like a frog. Like, and you talking shit about women and what they, and, like, that nigga legit looks like a frog. That nigga Fresh. I've never heard that.
The other nigga is just
so that's their names.
It's Myron. Myron is Fit. Myron's the light skinned tall
well, why?
Because I guess he's in shape. And the nigga used to be like a Homeland Security agent. He was like a Homeland Security agent or some weirdo shit, which is weirder to me of why would a Homeland Security agent stop doing Homeland Security to become a YouTuber?
I mean,
to talk shit about black women and mostly just women, but mostly black women and black people. And this nigga just put on KKK masks, danced around on Rumble with the little other weirdo Sneeko. So is this, a lot of it is like, I feel like this manosphere shit was created to just attack black people, but especially women, but sneak in all your hate and then if you look at the comments,
it's also driven by clout too, and so it's like it's almost never going to end because most of those people live for clout. Yeah, so
it's YouTube is, but then they got demonetized. Yeah. So that was the big story about a month ago. Fresh and Fit lost everything. Like YouTube is like, fuck you. Y'all are scumballs, pretty much. Y'all go on, and because it was something that didn't even happen on YouTube, they went on Rumble and was doing the KKK jokes and
YouTube like we don't,
and they were, and so YouTube was like, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. We're not kicking you off YouTube, but we're terminating your monetization.
You can't do that shit here.
Yeah, so they pretty much letting that next. So now they started crying. Literally, that nigga started crying on the stream and got up and ran off camera. Nigga, you chase women off. Calling them bitches and hoes. Now you sitting here crying like a bitch because you lost money, but because of your own actions. So it's like now it's all these people like they help me be if you need somebody to help you be a man by like hearing them talk shit about women, then you never were a man and you never will be a man. Yeah, you can hold women accountable, you can hold men, you can hold people accountable for their actions, but don't make it like, my life changed because I listened to two dorks literally down talk women, especially black women, for an hour and a half with academics sitting next to them or something.
I'm glad they never come up in my algorithm.
Yeah, I think they were always kind of like kept down, but they were like big, but it was because of the type of guests they would have on their show. So a lot of people were saying that whole genre is done because if you look at one of the last people, it's this white girl named Just Pearly Things. And Just Pearly Things is like a straight, pale, redhead white girl that just kissed a lot of manosphere ass. Mm-hmm. Like she was trying to be cool with, all she did was repeat a lot of Kevin Samuel shit. Yeah. And then she got cool with Fresh and Fit and then started her own shit and kind of had people from their shows come on hers and then kind of moved to Britain and just changed her shit. So her whole thing is just down talking women. Yeah. And Tasha K spoke up on her actually on the No Jumper interview. She said, like, that shows how down bad the manosphere and maybe a lot of black people and black men are, to where we're taking advice from a pale-ass redhead white girl that's not even in America that's regurgitating Kevin Samuel shit. Nah. And that's insane. So, and that's, those people I feel like are in this, we're in this, like, loop of just what's going on. Mm-hmm. And those people kind of keep the same shit going on because they just, hate this person, hate this woman, hate this guy.
Well, as long as their numbers are going up, why would they stop? And
that's very true.
And so it's like, it's not going to stop. People going to keep giving them attention. They're going to keep watching.
They're going to keep just,
even like with Krishan having her baby online.
Thank you for bringing that up. I totally forgot about that. That's insane.
I mean, and
what are your thoughts? What are your full thoughts on that?
I feel like she's going through what she's going through. Like, I feel like her story is almost every black woman's story.
It was that story before the baby though too. Yeah. I felt like she already had certain issues way before that baby.
So it's like
oh shit, Robert.
So all the attention she gets from that is like, I'm not like, I can't dislike anything about the girl. It's just like the way people, their opinions about it. I'm like, it's a lot of girls out here that are going through the same thing or have been through the same thing as Krishan, but y'all, it's the glorification that I can't get on board with.
And it's the people kind of championing that shit behind her, like
champion
making
excuses
your niece for it.
That's going through that. Go champion your sister
because you think somebody cute and then you like their chain. I like your chain, and her hair was eaten. She ate. Like she ate.
Is that what they saying nowadays?
Yeah, she ate and didn't leave no crumbs. They be saying shit like that. Like they been saying that for a while.
Whatever happened to like
you tight?
All of that in a bag of chips, like shit like that. Those were like.
I feel like we can still say that. People don't, but it is all like you ate that. you ate that.
They ate and didn't leave no crumbs. That's what they really be saying. When a motherfucker do like a dance video on TikTok, and they'll be like, she ate.
Yeah, but then you think like a couple, I don't want to say a couple months ago, but, for a long time, whenever motherfuckers talking about eating something, it was like groceries.
It was ass. He said, he's trying to be politically correct. Groceries. Nigga, it wasn't Albertsons. It was Assersons.
It's like the steak.
It was eating Assersons. Straight up Assersons. Just make up your own store. But no, that shit is I don't know. I just watching those videos with her, And like you said, it's like everybody, it's the same shit when people tell motherfuckers happy birthday. They telling a celebrity happy birthday and they known you for 14 years.
Like,
I don't even get a call.
I don't mind her having her baby on. Like, I don't mind anything they do. I just like don't glorify these people. You're not glorifying your people like that. The people next to you like that. So it's just weird to me that they like support her so much, but heavily. They can't support the next. Like, there's literally women in your city, in your neighborhood that's going through the same thing that she is.
I just did the video that threw me off a couple days ago was her in the studio.
Oh, with the
baby like on her knee. Baby's head is, and she, and it's like, my nigga, like, this isn't right. And all these people that are excusing that shit, and at least the baby with her, like, fuck you. That baby is in a goddamn studio. I don't care if she got earpods in. That's a fucking noob. That baby should be in a house, a crib under a blanket, like being watched, not around a bunch of motherfuckers that smell like Kush. And fucking, like, I just don't see that. That that was literally, I was going to say Hennessy, and I just pulled back. But, like, real shit, just, that in no way is that right. For anyone, white, black, man, woman, to be in anywhere with a newborn. Years ago, I had a homeboy, his cousin. They were having a barbecue on the east side. We in L.A., like, on the east side. And I remember, like, she just had the baby, I want to say 4 to 5 days before, but she had to be at the barbecue. No ride, no nothing, because niggas like, we're not coming to get you. One, you kind of far, and two, you got a baby. Like, chill out, it's just a barbecue. This bitch jumped off the 105 on Vernon, like, on Avalon, like, with the fort, and I remember, like, with the baby in a blanket, and it was just like, I ain't even got kids, but that just made me look like, what the fuck? Like, you were just on public transportation with a newborn, like less than a week old. Like, that to me, and like you said, that's a problem in just women in our community, but not just our women. With women, and people might have depression, different things going on.
But it affects us because it is us. Like,
exactly. Well, that's why I'm speaking on, because that was the homie. I know her, but it's the fact of, if you can see that continually happen in different people in different eras. I seen that had to be like 2011. We're in 2023, and I'm still seeing a woman with a baby doing some weird shit in the studio. That shouldn't, where that baby is not, it might not be neglect, but it can be looked at as neglect. That's weird to me, that people are like in the comments, fuck y'all and let her. It's like, so when the baby passed, it's the same shit with like Britney Spears looking crazy as fuck now. Like, so it ain't even no black shit. I'm gonna just jump into that.
Wait a minute.
The shit where she was on, you see that shit yesterday?
Like, how did you get there to Britney
Because
Spears?
it's the same thing of people, it's all right, it's cool. She let her eat, let her do that. And now she's out here crazy playing with knives on Instagram, looking like a fucking tweaker. Looking like a San Pedro tweaker.
Like, once you reach a level of celebrity, you have like either the people that you like, the people that you came up with, like, which you should have, but a lot of people don't make it. And then you got all the yes men that are around. So you don't have people around Britney Spears or Krishan or anybody telling them to, you probably shouldn't do that.
I mean, they're just as bad as her, or them.
So they can eat. Yes, exactly.
So they can eat literally. Probably, can you go on Uber Eats?
It's not like anybody knows she's not doing anything wrong. Nobody's brave enough to say, let's just put the baby up. How about that? Nobody gonna say it.
It's the same shit with like just but I brought up the Britney Spears shit of just people championed that, let her free Britney, let her do this, let her be her, and now we see her being her, and people are, this is unnerving. She's playing with fucking knives with like makeup smeared on her face, like the Joker.
Her makeup always like that.
Like, she looks insane. She just looks like she's really going through it. And,
she is going through it.
And she makes sure she turns the comments off on all her posts.
I wish a lot of people would turn the comments off. I would enjoy the videos more if I didn't have to like enjoy your video, and then as soon as I go down, there's a bunch of negativity in your comments.
Honestly, when I'm like shrooming, reading comments be having me in tears.
Sometimes the comments be funnier than the post.
Man, I was like about 3 Mondays ago, I was like, I think that was probably my strongest like trip so far since I've ever like. I was like, I felt like at the door.
Yeah.
And I was feeling good, and I watched the video. I was laughing so hard at the video for an hour. And then I just read the comments for a good 30 minutes, and I literally was holding a pillow in my face because I was laughing so loud. And I was like, oh my God! Now I put my phone down, and was like trying to like look at other shit. Now I pick it back up, like, and just the laugh was like nonstop, just off the count. So it can go either way, off of negative and positive, because you do see this bitch or this.
I already know if I'm looking at like a lot of I like watching the Beyonce reels that go by. I love seeing Blue Ivy. I support Blue Ivy 100% because she like
she doing the Beyonce. She taking the Beyonce route. She up there on stage
Beyonce's
working.
Literally doing what her mom did for her daughter, which
but
is
doing it like on a bigger level because she's more. When no one knew her mom, but we know her.
Yeah.
So now it's just like. It's like it is the same game plan, but it's a whole different team. It's a whole different league.
I'm like, these are a bunch of women that don't really have a good relationship with their mothers.
And it's a lot of that. That's a lot of that.
You can tell Beyonce's doing exactly what her mom did for her daughter, and you guys don't understand what it takes to shine. She's doing exactly what she needs to do for her daughter to be who she needs to be.
Real shit.
Like, it's like,
I mean, if your dad is Jay-Z and your mom is Beyonce,
yeah,
at least she's actually working and doing. She's not just like some little pissy Sweet 16. Like we used to watch Sweet 16, and those kids were like, and they were older than she is, and they were like little shits.
And we don't know.
And they were just pampered little shits.
Blue Ivy want to be. She's just doing her right now. That's why I feel like let's turn the comments off on her videos too. I just want to see Blue Ivy do her thing.
She out there. She making it.
Get loose, get low, get loose, get up.
She making it. Said, let me see. Oh man, did y'all see the Nicki Minaj and Papoose fiasco? You seen that shit, Cam? That's. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Wait, you said Nicki Minaj?
I mean Remy, because I had my topics. Because I'm gonna go Nicki next. It's just since we're gonna start talking about couples. Papoose.
Well, what I saw was like the Geechee Gotti shit.
Yeah, shout out Geechee Gotti. That nigga just went viral. It became a household name in like 8 hours, nigga. That nigga's like all the battle rapping for years, nigga. Nigga do one battle and say the realest shit ever. And shout out to, this is my shit, shout out to Averb. Because niggas have been taking Averb's strategy to body niggas. Averb did that exact, even the way he ended his verse when he said, that's how you talk to your bitch. Averb did that when he battled Hitman Holler in like 2015, 2016, whatever year that shit was. And that's how he ended the verse, was like, hey, Big Gerald, that's how you talk to your son. Because he was telling him like all the shit you doing in the street is goofy and online. It was like a lesson. He pretty much gave this nigga like a life lesson and a battle. And it was one of the, for me, that's probably like top 3 battles ever. Averb versus Hitman Holler. And Geechee just reconfigured Averb's verse against Easy the Block Captain, who is this dude that Remy Ma was cheating on Papoose with. And now it's become like news because he just did his whole verse exposing her while she was standing right behind him.
Yeah.
And then her face was like literally what you're... literally. That was all our faces. That's the world... it's a meme going around of like everybody on stage and it's just... But they edited the face of like... Yeah. But and then she... And the whole time she's just like this. And everything he's saying about her is like, this nigga drove to see you like every day when you was in prison for like 8 years. Like, literally, he said he went broke for going to see you daily for a year, like every day for 1 year while you were gone for 8. Kept your name going, never was seen with no jump offs, never had, and it was just. It's just for her to step out with some like kind of bum ass battle rap nigga that no one even, it kind of looks bad. So people were like, does this say more about not just black, but just women, no matter if a woman has somebody that's literally dedicated to them and putting them on a pedestal, maybe they don't want to be put on that pedestal. Yeah. And so it's the fact that she still stepped out and then took the nigga to Red Lobster. Like 2 days after the battle, they were spotted at Red Lobster eating coconut shrimp and motherfucking, like niggas was zooming in on the plates.
Colada sauce.
Literally, like coconut shrimp and fucking seafood balls and shit, like weird shit. Cheddar baked butter biscuits and cheddar butter biscuits, whatever the fuck that niggas eat at Red Lobster. I ain't never been to Red Lobster.
I used to work there.
I remember that. That's what I was like, why do I have so much? Why do Red Lobster?
I'm like, what the fuck is a seafood ball?
Some shit they done balled up and deep fried. That costs $1.
Like a salmon cake?
Not even that. A salmon croquette. You gotta have a salmon croquette. Black people know salmon croquettes.
Yeah.
Like other people
Fry that
like,
shit hard.
Our shit might not be soft. It's egg, it's yolk in there. It better not be soft when you fry it either. Gotta have that shit. But
And I want my chicken fried hard.
But yeah, that was just
drums only.
You're a drum person?
Drums only.
Yeah, I was a drumstick person when I was younger.
Fried hard, drums only.
I like boneless. Like I'm a boneless person.
Oh man, you just like chicken breast.
Yeah, honestly, the chicken breast is my favorite part.
That's
Like, it used to be the I hate the thigh. The thigh is the worst fucking piece of. I don't even know why they was selling.
I hate trying to take
wing.
the chicken off of the bone with the thigh.
Yeah,
like, that shit just
disgusting.
Gross.
It's fatty and greasy. It's like bloop. You just hear that.
I'm good with this combo.
It gets a churn.
It's probably the only conversation I'm gonna tap out of.
But yeah, that shit was just like that was just a trending topic of Remy and Papoose and their ongoing saga of someone cheated, but I think the world's taken to it so much because he just was genuinely a good guy. Yeah, he's never ain't never been no They went on. I think they even went on Love and Hip Hop together. Yeah, I believe, and that people were saying when she was like, I don't want to have no kid, or like she didn't want to. I guess he wanted to have a kid and she doesn't. Yeah, and she kind of was like pressing like, nah, like I'm good. Like when he was, so they were like that kind of was giving hints already, and then now the clip is going viral with her and him on Wallow and Gilly. And he's like, yeah, you know how I knew she was the one when I met her? And he's like going in how much he loved her. And then they zoom in on her and she's like, she has the same look she has when she's on stage. Yeah. And they're like, nigga, she thinking about getting her back blown out right now. Like, niggas knocking. She read her shit's like, man, he was cracking my shit yesterday. So it's I don't know, it's just talking about relationships. And even on that note with like Offset and Nicki Minaj's baby daddy, her house husband, what's his name? They started beefing.
I forgot his. I don't know.
Kenneth Petty. Oh. That's his name. The nigga's name.
With a name like Petty, bro.
That's all I know about him.
It's like I know about. Is he any relation to Tom Petty?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like fucking Hollywood. But he's from New York. They've been knowing each other supposedly since they was like teenagers. Oh, okay. But he's like he went to jail for like some underage shit, fucking with a girl like that was like 13, 14, and that's what everybody's like. He tries to play this tough guy role, but it's like, nigga, your resume ain't no tough guy shit. Your resume is some pedo shit. Yeah. So don't try to play tough with like anybody, not just. I'm not saying Offset. That nigga was a backup dancer. Like I'm not saying he ain't tough. I'm not saying he is. But I'm just saying from what we know about you, nigga, you Nicki Minaj's husband. You ain't got nothing going. And you did some underage fiddling shit, and it's proof. This isn't accusations. This is what you did, and what you did time for. You didn't do time for busting a jammy and letting a cig squirt, nigga, emptying the wop, like in too deep, like Jay Reed, nigga. You was doing some other shit. So, but it's just funny. He did that with Meek Mill. He did the same shit with so he got locked up though. Did you see that shit? No. So he went to supposedly some building he thought Offset was in New York with like a bunch of other bum ass niggas and with their hoodies on and was like, yeah, we outside, nigga. Like, we outside your building. And then Offset does a video like on a jet, like laughing, like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with these old ass bum? This nigga's like 45 plus. Like, bro, you outside in the street with hoodies on. So the video went viral. This dumbass nigga gets arrested, and now he's on house arrest for like 120 days.
I've not seen any of this.
Yeah, like, and everybody's like,
I gotta check into my Instagram algorithm. I'm missing.
I just watch regular like hip hop. I more be on YouTube news type shit. But they were just talking about that. Like, one, it makes Nicki look bad, but to me, she already makes herself look bad, hating on other women, hating on everybody, barking and shit. And then you get a dude that's kind of, I feel the equivalent of a male version of you. He's a goofball. He's not this fake tough guy that talks crazy in stores and department stores to Meek Mill when he runs. You know what I mean? He plays the role very well. Yeah. And it's like, so does she. She plays that role of very well until she gets exposed of, you hated on this chick, that chick. You didn't want them to play this woman's music. Cardi bought up all the receipts. You hated on her. And told DJs, if you interview her, I'm never giving you an interview again, and you can't play my music. Like, you really did shit to try to stop people's bag. And you did it to a lot of other women, and it went unnoticed because those women weren't as big. But when Cardi got as big as she is, and then she's like, nigga, I still got all the emails, and she pulled out the receipts, and then Nicki became the victim. Why she keep bullying me? She literally turned it to like, I'm a victim. And I feel like a lot of people, not just women, people do that in this new age of, I'm going to talk shit in comments, I'm going to talk shit on podcasts, and then when somebody sees me, I'm a victim. Yeah. Like, if you don't be talking that, popping that shit if you can't really either stand on what you said or defend yourself, one or the other.
Especially when the truth come out.
Exactly. And don't be spreading bullshit and lies. And so that's what happened when I feel with Nicki. She's always kind of stood on bullshit. And then now here you are and with a goofball that's on house arrest for 120 days because he was threatening niggas in the street with other old niggas. It's like, bro, this ain't a beef DVD. This ain't Sub-Zero, Hood to Hood, 90, 99, 02 DVDs. You niggas used to be watching them entertained. Like, man, they outside.
I'm about to say, they outside.
We really used to watch them and be entertained. Because you looking at these niggas outside like we outside. Like, these niggas really outside. Like, these niggas got K's and shit in the bushes. And, like, niggas got, like, now it's like nobody's, you could be outside. Niggas is out. Not saying nobody's outside, but...
Like, you don't want to be outside.
You don't want to, especially at an age. Like, bro, you're 40 plus.
Nah.
You're 40 plus and you outside with a bunch of bum-ass old niggas with hoodies on threatening Offset. In a building he's not even in. This nigga's on a private jet, like, going live, laughing at you. Like, the fuck are you doing, nigga? Like, this shit is hilarious. And then it only got you put in jail. And it literally just took 3, 4, or 5 months out your fucking life because you wanted to play tough like it's 1999. Like it's a G-Unit days and shit. He gonna come out with a wave cap and a vest on tomorrow.
No, like, jail ain't no jail.
With no shirt. Niggas wearing bulletproof vests with no shirts and wave caps and some S-dots.
Some Dada Supreme.
Yeah, don't be hating on the
Full circle. Full circle.
I'm gonna get a pair of Dadas just
off of Amazon.
I'm gonna get them off eBay. That's the only you can't get them on Amazon.
Off of Temu.
I'm pretty sure Amazon got them. I think I saw them on Amazon for sure.
If Amazon don't got them, they got the what you call it the what is it the base what would be called the I don't know what do you call it like the blueprint shoe. You know what I mean? The generic version, the one with no logos on it, but like, nigga, that's like I'll be looking for. I bought one pair of shoes.
Creator player shoe.
Yeah, like that looked like a fake one. It's just missing a swoosh and like the rest of the. Like, nigga, this a Puma.
They don't got the logo stitched in.
What are those? And they got a lot of those.
The damn Daniels.
Oh, I forgot about those. Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
Oh man, I had a pair of what are those?
Really? What were they? What were those?
I got them off Amazon, and I think they was work shoes.
Yeah, you were trying to
you gotta get the shoes for cruise.
And you were trying to be comfortable in them, huh?
Hey, and everybody's like, what the? I feel like I probably got the screenshot of the Amazon order somewhere.
So you can look them up.
Because people was really, I had posted them on Instagram like they was something. And I feel like you was one of the people that was in the comments that was like, bitch, what are those?
The Workman 9s. Yeah. The on-site 8s. He'd be like the Crane 4s.
With the rugged toe. Not the steel toe, the rugged toe.
Well, fucking.
It makes it not as heavy.
Better know the difference or you can't be in the kitchen.
The Union 3s. Like Union 3s. Union Cane. Union Cane.
Yeah, you get them with your union dues. When you pay your union dues,
they give you a free box of them. They be like, you want another one? They'll ask you if you gonna
take one home for your uncle.
Hey, we got kid sizes too. If you need something for the babies, they try to get rid of them motherfuckers before they rot. They've been in our warehouse 14 years,
and they're fading like a motherfucker.
And they smell like not like feet, like just
leather,
like leather.
That shit ain't leather, nigga.
That shit ain't.
It's pleasant.
Hey yo, fam. Hey yo,
who the fuck is you, fam?
I know you, fam. Hey yo, fam.
That's
pleasant. Gonna fuck up my leather.
He was trying
that shit ain't leather, nigga.
Walk by roasting on that nigga. Because he really thought he was flexing on somebody talking about my leather. That nigga had the 8-ball jacket on from like 91. You were the 8-ball jacket?
You
with
got that shit from Wilson's.
Oh, God.
What is Wilson?
House of Leather.
Wilson's. Oh. They had the store in the mall. All they saw was leather shit.
They had the Crenshaw. They was on in Crenshaw, one in Fox Hills.
So mad
my mom used to stay at Wilson's. Nigga. My mom from Detroit, so leather coats, gloves, scarves, trench. My mom had a closet full of brown leather, black leather.
Leather couches and...
And I used to hate. I used to just be standing in because ain't nothing in Wilson's for you when you fucking 11 years old shopping with your mom.
All they had was like little gumball machines and shit. And
I'd be standing there just at my mom. And I'm just when you got to clothes shopping with your parents. Sometimes you can be like, yeah, can I get this a shirt? It's like nigga, we in Wilson's.
It ain't nothing in there. You can. I'm
gonna get a little some gloves. Nigga. They'll give me some little leather roadster jacket. Fuck out of here. This nigga like 9.
Get you a little thriller.
A little thriller jacket. Like I used to be like in the cold part, it's like Foot Locker was right next door. So I'd be like,
red one, go home, add you some rhinestones and some sequins and
some
shit.
Rhine. This nigga said some Swarovski crystals. This nigga said some rhinestones
and some sequins, nigga.
We out here, nigga. I used to be like, nigga, make him a Jordan jersey with rhinestones on the numbers.
Oh my God.
Like niggas was doing in the early 2000s.
Get a hot glue gun and fucking glue the rhinestones.
Everybody in the 2000s.
And you gotta try to keep them straight. You mad because one of the rhinestones is offset.
It's awesome. Niggas really thought they was like doing something with rhinestones in the early 2000s. They was trying to bring them back.
The
bedazzled bandanas. Niggas was like, when Dub C said it, niggas wearing rhinestones on their bandanas. Niggas was like, yeah, nigga, like we don't kick it with niggas in khaki G-strings. And niggas was wearing rhinestone bandanas and motherfucking rhinestone bejeweled number jerseys. Like throwbacks with like.
I feel like you taking a shot at niggas like Nelly and shit.
You know what
Nelly was in my head. Like that's who when I first said it. That's who I was.
Did Fabulous have?
And Fabulous was, but Fabulous was fresh with it, and he never. I felt like he did that like a couple times, and he never did that shit again, and his shit just kept getting better. Cause Fabulous is probably one of the best dressed old niggas, and was from when he was still a young nigga. He was always fly. He started the throwback phase until Jay-Z hated on him. And
I believe it was an I Can't Deny It video where he had the rhinestone, but Nate Dogg was on that song.
It's a G song. So, but it was G niggas trying to. I think it might have been stylist. It could have been a stylist trying to make it like, oh nigga, this cool.
Yeah, but you got if you decide to put that motherfucker on.
Exactly.
I understand that. I understand that, but I had
walk out the dressing room with that shit, leave it right there. You know what I'm saying?
I had this conversation last week, and somebody said like something about like I forgot what singer it was, and before they died, suppose they were young though, and somebody said they had like a Baughman shirt on or something, and I was like, now I'm not making an excuse for him, but I'm like, at a certain point, sometime, if this motherfucker, you got this gay dude behind the curtain, all right, here, put this on, put that on, and he fluffing your hair out, and there's like 25,000 people on the other side of the curtain chanting your name, you're not looking at that fucking shirt in detail to be like, the devil, this is a devil worshiper shirt. You're like, all right, and I'm about to just go out here and kill this shit. Yeah. And that happens, I don't want to be like I'm not going to make an excuse for everybody and be like, they didn't know. But then I don't feel like everybody ain't in that club. And some people are in that club that do shit like makeup and they're, here, I'm going to just put this on you. And you have no fucking idea because your whole shit is like, nigga, I'm about to go out here.
A lot of people these days are synced up with their team. Like, they know.
Yeah, of course. Now. I'm talking about back then, though.
Yeah. No. But even still, like, you might have somebody that come out, right, and they say, all right, we got this sponsor. They putting some money into the show. They want you to wear their clothes. So now that's the fit. The fit is the Baphomet shit, right? Like you said. But you just got to check for wearing that shit out. And that was the reason for it.
Yeah, what about people that don't have an understanding of shit? A nigga that ain't never read a book out since elementary school. Right. Like, not hating, not even to make fun of niggas.
They enticing you.
They're just a regular ass nigga. This is a regular ass nigga that don't know nothing about no supernatural, spiritual, elevation, third eye, nothing. Wouldn't even recognize the picture. He probably think it's a playing card character. Or you see what I'm saying? Not trying to make what, and he just put it on, and this nigga's never read a book or read some true demonic possessions of the Roman Catholic Church. I was reading shit like that at 14, where my mom be like, I don't want that book in this house, and I'm like, I read like growing up. I was like, you had no, we didn't have phones.
Shit, I wasn't a dummy.
I tried to bring a palm reading book home, and my grandma told me it was the devil. I was a witch.
And because that's how they were taught.
Black people don't play that.
That's how they were taught. Like
Not at all.
You just supposed to. I don't want to go too hard, but you supposed to just pray, and from what I feel, to the sky, and instead of actually take action or something, and that's not considered weird or witchery, or you just like I don't know. I just feel I have my opinions of that. Like that don't make sense to me to think that is that, but not what you. It's a guy sitting on a chair in space in a robe. Like who's one of my questions I used to make old people mad. I was like, who made his robe? Who made the throne? Like did they sew it? Is it like a robe that's the size of the galaxy? Because he's like big. He has to be. He could be any size. He's like Galactus, but or is Galactus like him?
Paul.
He can be any size. He's big like Galactus. So I used to always say that, like, who made his robe? Like, where did he get his haircut? It's like I just like all these pictures they would post in text. You know what I mean?
What if he's a she?
And that too. And what if he wants to be considered a she?
Oh God! God is trained.
What if? Like these are. I feel like people just be like, this is so outlandish and can't exist.
What if it was like a certain point in time where he just decided he wanted to be different?
Like Captain Marvel. Like Captain Marvel was a man forever, then became a woman.
I said Rachel Dolezal.
But somebody wrote him. Somebody wrote her like that though.
Yeah.
That's somebody's imagination.
Who could have wrote him like this? That could be somebody's imagination. Somebody wrote the Bible.
King James.
Hey, somebody wrote the Bible.
King James.
God.
King James version.
Yes. Who is James? That nigga sound like a pimp.
I know
King
James Evans.
I know King James. He was
LeBron James.
King James.
LeBron
King. That's hilarious.
Daddy from Good Times.
The daddy from Good Times. Evans. What's the hell? You know, talking about Evans. He used to work third shift. Niggas be like, he used to work third shift down at the refinery.
James Earl Jones.
Rick James Earl Jones.
Rick James
Earl Jones.
Yeah, that was funny.
That shit is too funny, nigga. That shit, cause
Send you the one with the Whoopi Goldberg shit.
Or is that the same one? Where because is this Rick James Earl Jones or Whoopi Goldberg? Yeah. That shit was funny. Cause he didn't look like, but he had the Whoopi look, the way she smiles and does that.
Put that shit up.
So to me, he didn't look like it. Clearly was James Earl Jones with a wig, a Rick James wig on, but it did look like Rick James at the end of his life. Like he kind of was forming into James Earl Jones.
Rick James Earl Jones.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of these, like, I don't know, shits is up in the air. I don't know. I think the shroom kicked in. Like, I'm gonna take a little bit more, just a
little bit.
Yeah, how's the comedy? Everything with the comedy been going good?
It's been cool.
I've been hitting mics in Sherman Oaks.
Nigga.
I was just trying to hit that one because that's like a Turk market mic type shit.
I don't know.
You can sit there and roll up and smoke. It's like a little cafe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, I'm gonna probably try to go next week. If not, like it's every Tuesday.
You include that, I'm probably in.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't know all that. I thought she was just trying to go to some hole in the wall, like a regular Michael. Like nigga, we could be on Santa Monica or Sunset.
That's always my questions. Can we smoke it?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, just in the middle.
I'm like, can we smoke how we smoke in here? Because niggas be saying they smoking, they be smoking like
they
Jeters.
Know what the hell I'm talking
niggas
about.
Like, nigga, you smoking Jeters and shit, talking about you big smoke. Like, yeah, that shit gonna get me high, but that shit ain't, I smoke, nigga. I need like 4 Jeters worth. Like 5 Jeters worth. 10-box cigarette.
Oh my God.
Look at the nigga in the comments, though.
Rick James Earl Jones or Whoopi Goldberg?
Tell me it don't look like the look he's giving is Whoopi. It don't look like Whoopi, but that's how Whoopi does her face.
Just the fact that her name is up there, it
just
automatically makes you want to look.
But it looked like all 3 of them motherfuckers though.
Yes, and then it looks like
James Earl Jones too.
But that's James Earl Jones, right?
That nigga look funny.
Or is that Rick James?
That's James Earl. This nigga's.
Which one? Which one is it?
Hey.
Y'all gotta tell me.
That's Rick James, but that's how. But Rick,
Wait,
I mean, my bad.
Is it?
That's James Earl Jones.
Okay.
But that is how Rick James was starting to look like that near the end of his life. No lie. Like the dreads was looking like that, or the braids, or the wig. Unity.
Cold-blooded.
Charlie Murphy.
Fuck your couch.
That nigga said, yeah, I remember stepping on his couch. He's rich, he can buy another one. Nigga said, what about my legs, Charlie Murphy? So you can always buy a new couch. I can't get new legs, motherfucker. That nigga drunk himself. He said, yeah, we wailed on that nigga. Sent him home in the limo. And my brother Eddie, more the bleeding heart, compassionate kind. He like, man, we gotta get Rick really needs help, man. Rick really need helps. And I look like, what you mean? We just helped him. That's the help he need right there. Yeah, R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
That nigga sound like the Gusto right there.
Yeah, that's because that is my Charlie Murphy impersonation was always used to impersonate Gusto.
I did not know his Charlie Murphy impression was at a point. That's why I was dying. I've never heard it before.
I used to do security for my brother. Like he removed me from his security detail. Like when we was on a flight. This is a real story he told. We was on a flight. Eddie and him told that story. We was on a flight one day going back to L.A. This old white man in a wheelchair sitting in first class look at me and my brother and go, oh, what team do you play for? And I looked at him and said, hey, man, you want me to flip your chair over and stomp your mouth? Then turn your chair back around. And Eddie was like, yeah, after that, I just was like, just hang with us. We can't have, that nigga told an old nigga in a wheelchair, I'll flip your chair over and stomp your mouth. I ain't never heard a nigga threat to stomp a mouth in any way. That shit sounds violently brutal. Nigga said,
you want to give him a cold visual.
That nigga said, turn your chair around, nigga. Yeah, Charlie Murphy. Nigga.
I love his energy. Going way too soon.
That's way too soon. That was sad, man. That was super sad. Certain people is like, it's like we talking about both and they both passed, Rick James but Rick had a full fucking life.
Yeah, Charlie was just coming up. He's just getting this shit.
6. Yeah. Yeah, he's been there. He went around the world and back. They both did. I'm just saying. And Charlie did it with Eddie because that's those stories he was telling. He was like, I'm in security. I was fresh out the Navy. And nigga was like, I was a little aggressive. And nigga, I was a little aggressive. Like you a young nigga fresh out the Navy, nigga from New York. That nigga was ready to sock on some shit. Just in the 80s. On top of that, nigga, and he was like, I ain't do the shit me and my brother and Rick did. He was like, nigga, Ed, he didn't do drugs. He was like, I just smoked weed and got drunk, nigga. That's it. Like, that shit is hilarious.
I think Chappelle show's on Netflix right now.
I think because they put it on there.
I was scrolling Instagram today and I saw a Clayton Bigsby action figure.
But that's the thing. People make action figures.
Dude made an action figure of Clayton Bigsby.
I've been seeing people do that a lot.
I was going to say it is Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of customized like figurines.
Like he got packaging and all that
That's
shit
dope,
for it.
Though.
It's like you would see it at Toys R Us.
Is the Confederate flag on the package?
I don't remember.
I would have to see the packaging. If he got it's like when you could tear the plastic away from the cardboard.
It's like that, yeah.
And it would be like a picture. It's like what if the Confederate flag is right behind when you tear it? I'd be like, oh hell no.
What if it come with one?
Yeah, he got a hard one. It's like a hard one. Like you put in the hand and he just hold it up, and it got the waves.
Same way he like his chicken fried.
Boogity boogity, niggas. That nigga said boogity boogity.
When dude head exploded, bro.
Oh my god,
that shit was over the top.
That shit was like. It just popped. This shit just popped.
He couldn't stand it. He was like, what?
This nigga's black. We've been following this nigga for decades. This nigga turned out to be.
Back when it first aired, that shit fucked me up. I wasn't ready for that because I was still laughing so hard.
Still not ready.
It was like, oh, shit.
We watching on cable. We couldn't really rewind and like shit like that at that time, I think DVR was still kind of new.
Yeah, TiVo. Niggas still had TiVo and shit. Oh my God.
It's like you might as well not get set up in your ways because it's gonna be the next wave soon.
Pretty much.
Because it was like CDs, then Blu-ray, then a DVR,
Laserdisc.
Laserdisc
was
so where
DVD.
everything is just streamed now,
then,
straight to your device.
Yeah, Netflix. So you're crazy. You're getting DVDs in the mail nowadays.
Niggas is doing Redbox still. Like,
oh yeah,
you ever it's still. I gotta look. I didn't even see it.
You remember Columbia House where you used to get like 10 CDs for?
That was how I built my CD collection.
Yeah, and you would put different people's names for the addresses and shit.
I used to do that.
Richard Green.
So all they doing is building up a database, right? Yeah. Like the same way that you got to accept cookies now. When every time you go to a website,
I don't want your
that was
in
them
my phone.
Getting your email address, getting your phone number, all of that information, your address. How can they advertise to you and send you more shit? So that's why they would like always just send out free shit to people because they just building up a contact list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's like, I don't want your cookies in my shit. Like, fuck out of here.
I want all my cookies.
Yeah, I ain't sharing them either. Like,
and I want some milk.
Y'all can contact me for free marijuana.
if your cookies is cookies, we'll take them. But any other cookies,
depending on what kind of cookies y'all
better be some
about.
Thin Mints in that motherfucker.
I know whenever anybody offers me food now, I always be like, what kind? Like, does it have THC in it? Like, why are you offering me regular food?
And it is like somebody be like, here, try it. Like, why
do that shit to me all the time? Like, just trying to fatten us up. That's all it is.
Like, yeah, you like mushrooms? I be like, yeah, like, no, the kind on your pizza. I'm like, why are you even asking me that?
That's weird. That's not something you just have to hand out.
You knew what you was asking.
I don't know. Yeah, and I gotta. Yeah,
they're not
I
psychedelic.
feel the type of way about people trying to just offer me regular food.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like I watched Hansel and Gretel growing up. You know, that was when the old.
That was one of my favorites.
Try to throw them in the oven and cook them.
Yeah,
it's like shit like that. I don't know. It fucked up my childhood.
I had the record, nigga. I had the record of Hansel and Gretel. I had the record. I used to have to put that
like
shit.
The story,
and I have to put that in.
Yeah, that's old school.
And it'd be like,
yeah, it was a 45.
No, it was like a regular record. 45 was before me, nigga. That was way before. I had like a vinyl of Hansel and Gretel. That shit was like, damn. It just took me back when you said that shit. And it'd be like, she pushed them in the oven.
Yeah. Like I can see you doing those. Mm-hmm. I can see you doing like horror stories and shit like that, you know.
I can do it.
Oh, snap.
I'm doing the voiceover shit.
Came from under the counter.
Tony Brown's voiceovers. We're about to start doing that. You already know. And then from the bottom, he rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Like, you got to put different tones into it. But yeah, I think I was like, I had a couple other topics, but they wasn't really. It was like same shit. You know, seen that shit with like Jeezy and the Jeannie Mai lady breaking up, getting divorced. That was like a big trending thing because everybody was kind of on him because he married an Asian woman, but it was like, I guess she liked black dudes and she used to be with a white dude, so it was like a big deal. And now they're getting divorced like 2 years later. Everybody like cheering and celebrating. It's like mostly women celebrating. Like, yeah, fuck. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Just,
again, everyone's opinion.
Exactly.
Turn
it's
the
like,
comments off. Mm-hmm. Different world.
So what you got coming up?
Shit, I don't know. I really don't. I really was about to harass a bunch of different bookers.
Like, what's up?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
I was about to
Stanley?
I'm about to Debo my way onto somebody's show. What's next? October, November. So yeah, October, November.
Yeah, my birthday coming up next month.
I know I'm opening Thursday on the 5th at Straight Laughs No Chaser. She actually got like 4 or 5 good comics on Timmy.
I've heard of that, but I've never been there.
They got a new location, so they're not at Stage 24 anymore. Oh shit.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Shit, I gotta look at the flyer.
I did look at the flyer, but you know the address be like the smallest thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's the most important information I need, nigga, to get there.
Everybody always asking me the address. I'm like, it's on the flyer.
Like, look at my story. Zoom in.
I have to zoom in. You gotta zoom in.
Something. You gotta work for it. You can Google the name of the show. Something.
Exactly the place.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, just go on my Instagram. I'm building my YouTube. I don't know why, but I got a TikTok. Like, I'm gonna try y'all. Like, TikTok's so crazy to me, but I feel like it's like the simpler you keep it, then the easier it is to like for your shit to go up.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on it. So you could just find me online. Tall black girl.
That's right. Shit. Find me online at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. We'll be back here next week. Got some shit coming up. What else? I think that's about it. Shit. What's up with you, Cam?
Shit, I am cool ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet. Shit.
Yeah. Red.
Tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. I had to remember how to spell my shit for a second.
Yeah.
Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Yep.
We out of here.
We out.
Bye.
Innovative comedy.